what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it.
Jake, we mentioned Major Burns going into the break there. And I think it was a surprise for many people to find Major Burns on the All-SEC list. Now, I should say this. When the media is voting on preseason teams, it is not always it's not always the most well-researched thing, right? And I am putting myself in the fore here. We know a lot, but nobody can know everything. And at a certain point, name recognition does come into play. So when you're Major Burns, you're entering your 18th year of college football. You have played over 1,600 snaps since 2020. You've had some really big moments, right? Think about last year against Mizzou, a massive win in which Major Burns made some huge plays, and he's had those littered throughout his career. What I'm getting at is, like, this is not to say that this is 100%, oh my God, he's going to be, just because the media said it, he's going to be all SEC. Like, you can end up on an all SEC media team and maybe not be as good as the other guys on the list, but you have more name recognition. But I really enjoyed a piece by Will Rosenblatt on LSU Tiger Wire, which is the USA Today LSU subsect, where he compared Major Burns to Dalen Carnell, who played the star position last year for Mizzou. And you can see why Major Burns is maybe going to be better suited now to be in a position that's natural to him than what he has been. Last year, he played almost exclusively free safety. He does not have the body for free safety. He doesn't have the coverage skills for free safety. He had 369 snaps there. Carnell from Mizzou, free safety just 45 plays. Spent the majority of his time in the box, in the slot, being aggressive. And to be fair, in his career, Major Burns has played all over. He's done the box, he's done the slot, so he could do it. In coverage last year, Carnell was in man-to-man 35% of the time, Burns just 22%. Now, Kelly did praise him during the spring for improving, so he'll have to keep that up to honor that. But how about this? Carnell blitzed 10.5% of the time, Burns just 4%, which was, according to Will Rosenblatt, among the lowest safety blitz rates in the SEC. So, look, I guess this is all painting a picture where here you have a veteran who is not going to be 6 years of college football. You're not going to hit him with anything that's going to ruffle his feathers. He's got a body type that is much more suited to this star position in Blake Baker's defense than it was previously. And according to the head coach, he's improved in the weakest part of his game quite significantly in coverage. Like I feel like Major Burns could be potentially maybe outside of like Harold Perkins, if that all goes according to plan, potentially the biggest winner of this defensive coaching makeover.
Is he going to wear the neck roll still? Do we know that?
I would hope so. I don't think you get closer to the box and lose a neck roll. Doesn't make any sense, right? Like, if you're going to rock the neck roll at free safety, you have to bring it down into that hybrid linebacker safety position.
Yeah, I think he's like the only one. What's the company? Is it like McDavid or something that makes the cowboy collar that he wears?
That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right.
Something like that. They're like, oh, we still have an order. There's still one, which I can appreciate. But all jokes aside, he is like all the things that you said. There's a couple of things that I think we all know that he's got to get a little bit better at. Controlling his emotions are one of those things as well. It's not just physical, right? The mental aspect of it as well. He is going to be counted on as a leader of this defense, and your responsibilities are changing now. Like, you have to be aware of that. Like, you have to kind of change your mentality a little bit. I would love to see him blitz off the edge a little bit more, because I do think that he is a physical player. Now, he's not the biggest player as far as his frame, but he's not scared. There's no, tiptoeing in there for Major Burns. And so coming off the edge, blitzing off the edge does feel like something we heard that we were going to see a lot of last year, but we never did.
And so, again, like I said, almost never last season. Doesn't really have, I think, the makeup of a free safety. does seem to be well suited in that hybrid role, seemed to emerge in the spring. These are all kind of tantalizing pieces of evidence that on their own don't amount to much, but when you put them all together, maybe he does honor that all SEC Media Day selection. Only time will tell, and we are about, what, I'm guessing around like 45, 46, 47 days away now at this point, so getting very, very close. All right.
I figured Taylor would know the exact amount of days we are away.
I think it's 40.
Okay, 40 days now?
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Let's go,
Nice.
dude.
Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.